Hello everyone. I am here today to share the recipe of banana cake with you. It's also called as banana bread. So banana is a fruit which is in season all year round and you can make it anytime you like. I started making banana bread at home when there were a lot of overripe bananas. ऐसे banana जिसे हम खाना पसंद नहीं करते, but you still don't want to throw them out. Let's get started. I am making a relatively healthier version of this cake and using whole wheat flour or atta, very little maida, some baking powder and baking soda and a pinch of salt. That's it. I'm going to give it a quick mix. All of these ingredients have been sifted. मैंने इनको छान लिया है. We have to ensure that there are no lumps. So this has been made. बाकी का mixture बनाना बहुत ही आसान है. You have to blend everything in the blender. So first and foremost, I am using bananas. I would always recommend making banana bread with overripe bananas because they are relatively sweeter. तो आपके sugar का इस्तेमाल बहुत कम होता है. For the sugar, I'm using a mixture of coconut sugar and regular sugar. In case आपके पास coconut sugar नहीं है, तो आप normal sugar का भी इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. We don't need to add a lot of sugar to this recipe because the overripe bananas have a wonderful sweetness to them. All right, I'm going to give a quick blend to this. Everything goes in the blender here. So for flavor, some vanilla and oil. So there is no butter or eggs being used in this recipe, which makes it 100% vegan. Oil डालने के बाद हमें सिर्फ इसे हल्का सा pulse करना है. We don't really have to blend it a lot. All right. These are our wet ingredients. I'm going to pour it in a bowl. I'm going to add my dry ingredients, 2 spoons at a time, and then I'm going to fold it. Very gently, we have to fold. We don't have to overmix this. Never overmix any batter while you're baking. So when you overmix any batter, too much of gluten is formed. That gives you a very dense cake and a very heavy cake. तो ऐसा होता है ना, हम कई बार कहते हैं कि मेरा केक उठा ही नहीं, it was just sitting flat. That happens because probably बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे से mix किया होगा. That's not really needed. You have to mix it till the ingredients are just about combined and leave the rest on the oven. So while I've added the last few spoons of the batter, chocolate chips. You can avoid chocolate chips, but at the same time, I would also tell you that it tastes wonderful with these. And don't let anybody tell you the amount of chocolate to add to your cake. You can add as many as you like. So the batter is ready. This is how it should be. क्योंकि हमने whole wheat flour का इस्तेमाल किया है, ये batter थोड़ा dense है, but this is how it's supposed to be. क्योंकि मैदा बहुत refined होता है, तो हमारे batters काफ़ी flowy और smooth होते हैं. But whenever you use atta in a batter, that does make it a little stiff, and that's perfectly all right. I have already preheated my oven at 180 degree. All I'm going to do is pour the batter in a buttered loaf pan. In goes all the goodness. Tap it twice, so if in case there are any air bubbles, they escape. Also, I will top these with walnuts. You could use any nuts of your choice, or you could even avoid them. So that's it. This is all that was needed to make our banana bread. All I'm going to do now is let it bake in the oven, which is already preheated at 180 degrees Celsius. इसे मैं करीब 25 से 30 मिनट के लिए bake करूँगी. I hope you make it too and enjoy. No matter how many kinds of cakes I make, my niece always end up asking for a cupcake. So today, it's her birthday party and I'm going to gift her some cupcakes. Let's get started. I've taken all-purpose flour or maida. I'll add some baking powder. Give it a quick mix. I have already sifted, यानी कि मैंने पहले ही मैदे को छान लिया है ताकि इसमें कोई भी lumps ना हो. And now in the bowl, I'm going to take soft butter. You have to ensure that the butter is at room temperature. To the butter, I'm going to add some breakfast sugar. We also call this caster sugar. If you don't have this, you could use powdered sugar. And some vanilla extract. Now we need to add 2 eggs to it. I have already taken out eggs in a bowl. I generally do this to ensure ताकि कोई shell batter में न चला जाए. I'm going to add 1 egg at a time. To ensure that the batter does not split. कई बार बटर में सारे अंडे अगर एक साथ डाले जाएं तो बटर फट सकता है. Alright, after the first egg has mixed, I'll add the second one. So this is thoroughly mixed. I do not need to overbeat this. To this, I'm going to add my dry ingredients a little at a time. I'm going to slowly whisk it in. So I've added some maida to it. Post this, some milk. Post this, I'm going to add milk. A little milk at a time. Whisk it. I'm going to alternate between the maida and the milk to ensure that we form a uniform batter. Some more maida. There you go. Quickly incorporate it. We are trying to incorporate air here. So that will give us really fluffy cupcakes. Some more milk. Almost there. We just need to ensure that it's a good mix. Everything is well combined and the batter is ready. I have already lined my muffin tray with muffin liners. Now I'm going to pour the batter in, 1 spoon at a time. Do not fill the muffin liner completely, a little more than the half. Rest of the space we are leaving out for it to kind of, bake and fluff up. I've tapped it twice to ensure that if there are any air bubbles in the batter, they escape. Now we are ready to go in the oven. When we insert a knife or a toothpick at the center, you see, it will come out clean. That's when we come to know that it has baked nicely from inside. You can frost your vanilla muffin with anything that you like. I'm going to use here buttercream. On top of this, some chocolate. So our vanilla cupcakes are ready. I'm going to take these to my niece's birthday. I'm sure she will love these. These days we find all sorts of baked things available in the market. But let me tell you something. When you bake yourself a batch of chocolate chip cookies, your home smells divine and the feeling is something else. Today, I'm sharing the recipe of eggless chocolate chip cookies. Let's get started. So the first step, the dry ingredients. I'm taking some all-purpose flour, maida, some baking soda, add a pinch of salt. I'm going to give it a little mix and keep it on the side. In another bowl, I'm taking some unsalted butter and I'm going to whisk it till it's nice and creamy. I'm using 2 different kinds of sugar here. This is breakfast sugar, also known as caster sugar, and some brown sugar. Next goes vanilla extract and a little bit of milk. With a gentle hand, just mix it all in. With the last batch of flour, I'm also adding the chocolate chips. Of course, as many as you like. Gently just fold everything in. जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, our cookie dough is ready. You know, the cookie dough is so loved कि इस फ्लेवर की काफ़ी सारी आइसक्रीम्स भी आती हैं and people sometimes even eat it raw. But we cannot really make cookies right now क्योंकि जैसे कि आप देख सकते हैं, the texture is very very soft. So what we'll do is, I'm going to cling wrap it, put it in the fridge and then make cookies after 30 minutes. So I've let the cookie dough chill in the fridge for half an hour. Now it's ready to be shaped into balls, flattened and then placed on a baking tray. जब ये बेक होना शुरू होंगी, कुकीज़ के अंदर का बटर मेल्ट होगा and they will start to spread and you don't want to overcrowd this. So while the cookies are in the oven getting baked, let me tell you how did they come into existence. So a lady named Ruth Wakefield in her 30s decided to make chocolate cookies. She usually used to make her famous butter cookies. तो उन्होंने decide किया to put pieces of chocolate in it and she thought that would make them into chocolate cookies. But the end result turned out to be chocolate chip cookies because the chocolate did not melt and spread throughout. Instead, वो bits and pieces में बीच-बीच में cookies में रह गया. That's how the delicious chocolate chip cookie came into existence. Alright, it's been 12 minutes. Time to check the oven and get the cookies out. And have a look at these. The cookies look so good. They are nicely golden brown. We are supposed to let them cool for a while. So like I said, you're supposed to let them cool. But in life, we generally don't do everything that we're supposed to do, right? So these cookies are done. I'm going to eat these all by myself. I hope you as well try the recipe for eggless chocolate chip cookies.